we are now going to attack the scout camp and see what we can do here. I actually don't exactly know what's going on. I guess basically this is a bandit hideout kind of mission where we're going to have some rather difficult times ahead, I assume. Hello reformers, and welcome back to the last days. Now, when we left off, we stumbled across a very large battle indeed, and hopefully we'll be able to help out this Isengard war party. I'm a bit disappointed that it's actually just the Isengard war party that I'm helping here instead of an actual lord of some kind, but as you can see, we are outnumbering the enemy, but that does not mean much. If you take into account the troop quality that the enemy has, we might have some problems here. Anyway, let's see what we can do. I am pretty sure that we're going to lose a whole bunch of units here, but that will give me an opportunity to potentially go over to Moria and hopefully get a couple of recruits from there. Because, well, apparently, according to some of you out there, it is probably a good idea to dedicate a couple of your troops to Moria itself and trying to kind of reinforce them a little bit, otherwise their faction is going to be gone and eliminated from the game. So hopefully we'll be able to help them out a little bit. I hope that actually will give us a little bit of rank points as well. I would assume it would, because why wouldn't it? I mean, us helping out a faction in such a dramatic way would probably result in quite a few rank points, maybe some influence, and maybe even some other things. But yeah, otherwise we'll see what we can do here. I'm just literally going to try and... I don't even know what I'm going to try and do, to be honest. I mean, there's not much I can do with the exception of hit people over the head with my club. And yeah, we'll hopefully not die as a result either. That was some nice damage. Yeah, there we go. Take that, Kingsguard. I'm actually kind of surprised that the Kingsguard are kind of just standing there, not really doing much, but that is good. That is good for me. I don't really mind that. You're not going to take me down, thank you very much. Not with that horse. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of extra damage here. I was actually thinking of maybe just allowing the AI to take the enemy down a little bit, but I kind of thought to myself, no, we can't do that. Maybe we'll just fight a little bit, see if we can survive for as long as possible. I personally don't think I'm going to survive that long in this fight because, let's face it, they have so many good horse archers. I mean, you can see them right here. You know, they're not especially amazing, but they just keep out of your melee range, and it's just very difficult for Uruks and Orcs to catch up to them, with the exception of obviously the people that are riding wolves and wargs and all that sort of thing. And of course, the trackers as well are able to deal some damage to them, but not amazing amounts. Ooh, that was a nice slash. Look at that, 56 damage. That's actually the most damage we've done in quite a while, especially with this with his one-handed sword. And we use his speed against him, which is exactly what we want to see. This is exactly what we want as well. These guys running in and trying to defeat Uruks and Orcs on foot. That is the best thing that they can do. Obviously, I'm just saying the best thing that they can do for us, obviously. For them, it would be better just to stay away and try and, well, just perform hit-and-run attacks with their cavalry. That would be the best idea. But I'm pretty happy with how it's going so far. Grimbold is rallying his troops. And that's... well, hopefully we'll be able to take a couple of them prisoner. Oh, King Theoden! That was King Theoden himself. We eliminated him. Personally, actually. That was kind of surprising. There's a troll over there, by the way. It's an armored one. And I think we should probably watch it do its work. Look at how much damage it's capable of doing. And it was able to eliminate, what was it now, 4 or 5 units at once? That is crazy. Don't die, armored troll. I will try to help you. I will try to help. I mean, as far as I'm aware, trolls actually do have the added character... Oh, I got killed by Grimbold himself. Well, if I had to go out by anyone's strike, then I suppose going out by an enemy hero's, that's a decent enough thing to do, I suppose. But yeah, I was really hopeful that the armored troll would stay alive. And it actually is. It actually is staying alive. So I don't exactly know how much HP they even have, as I haven't acquired one yet. I suppose I could check it out in the troop tree, but how are we doing so far? Not great. Not especially great, but the thing is, I've noticed that as Isengard, well, especially as we are right now, it's probably not the best idea in these large battles to retreat and go back in, because that means that all of the enemies that have had horses killed and they're still just running around on foot, they will get their horses back, and it will make things kind of uncomfortable for us once again, because the enemy will then have an overwhelming advantage when it comes to cavalry. And thankfully, well, oh, it seems like our morale is wavering now. That is not good. I was actually saying, thankfully our morale is not having any problems, but apparently it is. Apparently it is not doing too well. Every one of our people is charging. I only have 1 infantry on the battlefield at the moment. As you can see, I've lost 17, which is really quite harsh. But that's how it is, you know, that's how we got to do it, you know, we just have to... Oh no, the armor troll was killed. That is bad. That is very bad. I hope they have another one. Them having another one would be really, really good for us. We are still outnumbering the enemy, but I don't know whether that's going to be enough, is it? It looks like the beginning of the end for Rohan here, and, well, yes, my camera's going to go crazy now because I was looking at the wonderful battle map. But anyway, point is, they are going to be losing. As we can see here, 24 units remaining. I think they've sent in their last remaining reinforcements, and, well, we have more to spare. We have quite a few more to spare by the looks of things, and yeah, that is going to result in Rohan being extremely weakened, because I think most of their vassals, if not all of them, were included in this battle, and that means that hopefully the forces of Isengard, maybe even Mordor, they might come over here and help us out a little bit. But in general, I feel like our forces will be able to hopefully raise something of theirs to the ground and, expand our sphere of influence as much as we can. Obviously, at the moment, I have no idea whether that's going to be possible, because I'm actually going to make my way over to Saruman after this, because apparently, now that we've reached, I think it is, what is it now, rank 8 or rank 9 or something like that, there is a wonderful set of armor that is available at Saruman for a couple of influence points. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to see about that. Anyway, there's 21 rank points, 9 influence. As I said, I was hopeful that we'd actually be able to help out one of our actual lords rather than a random party of some kind, because we would have gained a pretty decent amount, I guess, of relation with him, but unfortunately that's not the case. Anyway, Elfhelm of Rohan has escaped, King Theoden, Grimbold, yes, everyone's escaping. I guess that's just how it is, and unfortunately I don't exactly know whether I'll be able to take any of these. I'm gonna take the King's Guards and the Heavy Swordsmen. I think they're probably gonna sell for a whole bunch if I don't just kill them for, some food. Because personally, I don't feel like I really need money here anymore, so maybe we want to sell these at the Moria faction instead. That would probably make more sense. Let's actually get rid of a couple of these, get a veteran rider. There's actually a couple of lancers here too, so I guess I can just do that, just swap them around a little bit. And I think that will be fine, I guess. I really have no idea of the value of these things, but if I'm able to gain at least, 1,000 or so, I think that's pretty good. And it seems like we've actually gained a full inventory once again, so I will definitely need to sell when we get over to where Saruman is. And these are just usable metal scraps, so it's not even good quality or anything like that. I don't have any low-grade ones, so it's not really going to be necessary for me to take anything else here, so I guess we'll just move on. There we go. Okay, so we were able to quite easily defeat those fellows, even though we actually did take quite a few casualties in the process. We have nothing to eat, and a couple of deserters are wanting to kill me, which is not very nice of them, is it? So I guess what we're going to do is I'm actually going to review some troops and prisoners, and we're just going to kill a couple for some food. Maybe just 1 stack of food we'll need, something like that perhaps. Let's have a look here. Veteran rider. I guess the veteran rider is probably going to be the thing that we'll slaughter this time around. So let's do it. One day you will pay. Today is not that day, veteran rider. Take that. Alright, so yes, thankfully we now have a little bit of food. And do I have some food actually? No, apparently we don't have any food. Is it because I knocked him unconscious? That's probably the case actually. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so we do have some deserters against us right here because they're wanting to, you know, they're wanting to take advantage of the fact that we don't have that many units available for battle. Thankfully, we do have some rather high-tier Dunland cavalry for us to use against these deserters. I'm a bit worried about this specifically because they do have some despoilers, and as far as I'm aware, they're kind of mid-tier, high-tier units. I think we're probably going to be fine against these guys because we do have some pretty high-tier units ourselves, but yeah, we're just going to need our cavalry to come in here. As you can see, we are losing a whole bunch of units as a result of these guys being pretty difficult. I mean, you know, they don't have bad units. I mean, they're not like mountain goblins or something like that. They are reasonably decent, and yeah, they're putting up a bit of a fight by eliminating some of our own despoilers, which is not very nice of them. But it seems like this will definitely be a victory for us. I'm just hopeful that I won't actually get killed myself. Yes, okay, thank you. Knock him down, and then I can take him out. There we go, that's rather nice. Now, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and graduate from using... what is it now? Regular orc snargars. I'm not actually going to use those anymore. I'm actually going to just use uruks, and then I'm going to try to use either Moria units, or we're going to go over to Mount Gundabad, who apparently has really good units in terms of ranged and maybe even good cavalry. I don't exactly know about that. I think Rune has really good cavalry, so it might be an idea for us to head over there at some point as well. What we also need to keep an eye out for is companions, and that is definitely going to be something. Oh no! Bolzog has suffered a serious wound. Ah, I actually just noticed that now. I'm a bit worried about that. What's actually going on there? The head has suffered a... No, he has -1 intelligence skills and -15 to missile. Oh, that is terrible. That is probably the worst thing that could have happened right there, because he's an intelligence build, and that's really bad. Absolutely really bad. Okay, well, let's oh, apparently a group of deserters wants to fight us once again. I gotta say, when we're back at full strength, these deserters are gonna get absolutely murdered, every single one of them. Well, there we have it. That was reasonably easy. I got 5 kills in this battle, not too bad, and they were much easier than the previous one. And, well, now we're within basically reaching distance of Saruman, so hopefully we'll be able to gain some new armor. Well, it looks like we're actually being tasked by Hushnak right here to destroy a scout camp of Rohans, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do, so consider it done. That's going to be kind of interesting. I don't think we've done anything like that before, and yeah, let's... I obviously have not done the quest for Saruman just yet. Hopefully we'll be able to complete it relatively soon. Otherwise, let's request a special item. Yes, there we go. Uruk-hai General Armor. That is pretty amazing. I've already sold a little bit of the iron scraps, so I do have some space in my inventory for this. Let's get it. There we go. And let's actually see what it's all about. And yeah, apparently me going over to Mog was cancelled because I forgot to talk to him, but it's all good. I mean, we're absolutely fine. Whoa, that's actually really nice. Look at that. 44 to body armor, 23 to leg armor, +1 to charisma, and it has the wonderful white hand of Saruman on there, which is pretty cool. And, oh yeah, by the way, in that previous battle, I did manage to loot this Isengard spear. Now, what is this spear for, you ask? Well, it's obviously for countering enemy cavalry, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Now, I have restocked our army, basically, with like a couple of Uruk-hai newborns, but with the exception of them, that's basically it. So, I don't exactly know what we're going to do otherwise. about that. I think we're probably, as I said, just going to get some Moria units, going to get some Gundabad units, and then we'll move on from there. And we do have that scout camp to eliminate. Ah, there it is. It's a fortified scout camp. Interesting. I do also have to eliminate more tribal orc warriors, which should be kind of easy in this area. I mean, we did kill quite a few tribal orcs, if you recall. So yeah, let me actually just take a look and see what we've got going on here. I would love to be able to increase our bargainer skill. Levels of the skill make it possible to claim more equipment for less resource points. Well, maybe that's not really necessary. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so what we can do is, generally, we could probably increase our charisma. That would allow me to get another point in leadership, which is pretty good. Wildcraft is also, in my opinion, really good for fighting elves. Otherwise, what else do I want? Well, I can get athletics, I can get shield, I can maybe get... Ah, you know what? We were going for agility, weren't we? Because we want to be able to ride that warg, so I guess I'm just going to continue leveling that. And I suppose maybe it would make sense for us to spec another point into prisoner management. So we might want to do that. Yeah, why not? Why not? I think prisoner management, get another 5 prisoners. I think that's pretty decent. I do have 10 at the moment. And I haven't sold yet, obviously, because I actually wanted to sell at Moria, but maybe it would be an idea for us to at least, you know, get some food, actually. So let me actually just go over here, get some beef and maggoty bread and wonderful things like that. And then we will go into the fortified camp. Alright, so I have regenerated myself a little bit, and in the meantime I actually did find one of those scout parties from Rohan that I need to destroy for Saruman's quest, and I was able to join a battle to defeat them. There was only 3 of them, so it was very, very easy. Didn't show that for obvious reasons. Otherwise, we are now going to attack the scout camp and see what we can do here. I actually don't exactly know what's going on. I guess basically this is a bandit hideout kind of mission where we're going to have some rather difficult times ahead, I assume. Let's see if I can actually do a little bit of something with my spear, and then we'll get out my shield, because they do have bows. Some of them have bows, and they're more than likely wanting to use them against me. And whoa, there's a whole bunch of them actually. This is not great, I gotta say. This is not very good at all. Maybe I really do need to help out our forces here quite a lot, because if I don't, I think we're probably going to be facing a defeat very easily indeed. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from our forces by saying that, but I'm not very confident in their fighting abilities. Don't tell them. Don't tell them that. Yeah, I mean, you can already see these guys are actually kind of elite by the look of things. Whoa, yeah, okay. These are actual special units. I don't think we've fought those before, maybe? Not one-on-one at least. But at the very least, that's it. There we go. The scout camp has been raised. This will slow the advancement of the enemy. Very nice indeed. Okay, so now we can hopefully go back to Hushnak, and he will then tell us, yes, good work, Bear Uruk, thank you very much. Very polite, you know, very polite thanking from him. And yeah, we'll go back into the tower and see what he's doing. Yeah, so as you can see, the might of Moria has diminished, and they are now fair. Rune is also in a bit of trouble, so I don't exactly know whether I can help both of them, but it would probably be a good idea to help Moria, at least because they're so close by to us. There it is, 60 rank points, 24 influence. That's fantastic. That's really, really nice. We did gain a little bit of relation as well, and as you could see there, Isengard has gained strength as a faction, and that's exactly the reason why I think the task system, and indeed the system in general that is present in the last days, is fantastic, because no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing a small quest or a large one, it's all going to help your faction, which is great. Anyway, our scouts have noticed a recent increase in enemy activity. Unfortunately, they almost never succeed in capturing live prisoners. I need a good warrior to find me 6 enemy prisoners. I actually do have a couple of prisoners. So, yeah. Why? I have brought you 12 prisoners in case 6 are not enough. I'm actually just going to give him 6, because personally, I'd like to have a couple of prisoners held back, just in case we want to slaughter them for some more food, or we want to sell them to Moria for some funds or something like that. There you go, 18 rank points, that's pretty good. Ah, we have been promoted to White Right Hand of the Wizard. Ah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, so let's see what else. I want you to show the men that enemy troops are of no consequence. I want you to personally slay 20 riders of Rohan. Or do I have to kill those, or is it kind of similar to the previous task where it wasn't me that needed to kill it? Oh, that's gonna be kind of harsh if it is. Anyway, I'm still working on it. I have no idea what task I'm doing for that guy. Never mind. Don't tell him. Hello, Gronk again. What are you doing? No commander should have to admit this. Ah, okay. So he actually wants me to train some troops. I'm actually gonna just take them into the arena. 5 fresh recruits in the arena. Okay, let's do it. Let's help him out. I'm actually kind of low in HP right now. I'm a bit worried about this. There's 5 of them. We might have some issues. Let's just keep them guessing with the, you know, the attack direction that we're trying to go for here, because otherwise they'll just continue blocking from the right side. I think we got this though. There we go. Nice. Phew. Obviously these guys are not exactly amazing fighters or anything like that, but you never know. Things like that can always go bad at the drop of a hat. So let's speak to Gronk once again. There we go. 66 rank points. Wow. Okay, so I actually have no idea what the main, or shall we say max rank is that you can get, but I'm hopeful that we might be near to it relatively soon. What's this? There's a nearby village that is ripe for the picking. I will raid that village. Okay, let's do it. Why not? And let's take a look at the new special item. Isengard Mine. I have no idea what that is. Okay. Is it... Wait a minute. Is it an explosive? It's an explosive. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so that actually gives me +2 to crafting and +1 to tactics, which is kind of amazing. Where's crafting though? I don't actually see crafting on here, so is that something that I just can't do, or is it maybe something that I can maybe I can do it somewhere else? I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, let's see which village. Ah, there's the village that I need to raid. I'm not entirely convinced that we'll be able to do it at the moment. We have a whole bunch of newborns here that are kind of not really leveling up that easily, so I don't know whether we'll be able to do this without being assaulted by nearby Rohan units. So let's see whether we can... hello. That's a patrol. Those guys are actually a bit diminished, so I don't think we have to worry about them too much. Let's raid the village. It's nighttime, so we should have a small power boost as well, which is kind of nice. I think I'm just going to use my sword and shield here. I think if I were to make another Uruk at some point, you know, if I were to actually redo Bear Uruk's stats, I probably would have given him some power draw so that he had a little bit of a ranged attack. I know that there are some thrown weapons that don't require power throw or anything like that, and they might be a decent option for him if he wants to use any ranged weapons, but I don't know whether you know, but I'm pretty all for using throwing weapons, so it's probably just going to result in me dying more often than me using a bow would. So that's the reason why I think maybe me speccing into power draw would have been pretty decent, but then you just have to think about the fact that most ranged weapons that you're going to get as Isengard are not going to be the most fantastic. So obviously, yeah, they might just be kind of ineffective anyway. Okay, so let's head on back to... Oh, wait a minute. Is that Gronk right there? Yeah, that is Gronk. Where are you going? Come back here. I need to speak to you, please. Oh, he actually did wait. Oh, that's very nice of him, isn't it? There you go. 20 rank points. Easy enough. That was a very easy victory there. Do you have any tasks for me? Oh, wow. Want you and your men to kill 60 Rohan troops. Okay, so yeah, this is... Yeah, so I do need to kill 20 of them personally myself, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Alright, so let's go over to the Uruk-hai hunting camp, because there is actually something I want to do there. There is a companion present there by a couple of people's reckoning in the comments, and it would be making quite a bit of sense for us to recruit them. So let's see. Main square, I guess. Let's go to the main square and see if I can find him. I think he's a really good companion. I think he's like a berserker of some kind, so it would be kind of cool to get him. But I've looked around previously and I haven't really found anyone, so I guess I'm just being a bit blind, I suppose. Is this him? No, that's the smithy. Oh well, I'll look around a little bit and see if I can find him. Ah, here he is. Gorm is his name. Shush, if you so much as wave to the guards, I'll slice out your gizzard and feed it to the wargs. Hold your threats, Uruk. Before it comes to blows, I am not a snitch. Yeah, no, we're not. Good for you, they call me Gorm. I have gutted my sergeant, and his snargers now hunt for me. The worthless piglet had it coming. Once we got ambushed by a Strawheads patrol, and he lost it. Fall back, he screams, then flees. Only Gorm and a few others stood firm and broke their horse's charge. Then we bludgeoned the yellow-haired into paste. But if it wasn't for our strong ones, all would be worm food. So I said to myself, Gorm, you want to end up as carrion? And I answered, no. Next battle I fell back pretending I was injured. Then, with no one watching, I fell upon my sergeant, cleaved him almost in half, then cut his sidekick Snarger nicely. Turned out that bloody creeper survived somehow and started waggling his tongue all about this. Next time I make sure his head is off. I am a fighting Uruk-hai and a berserker. What there is to know of killing men, I know it. I was in the service of the White Hand, but now the Hand would as likely throw me into the fire pits. Right. I definitely think we can put a berserker to good use. Please join me. How much do you need? 20 influence. Yeah, I have enough. Easily. Easily have enough there. So, that is nice. Very, very good indeed. Okay, so yeah, otherwise we're going to need to earn some influence with the other factions as well, because obviously there are a number of other companions in various locations, and we are going to obviously need the influence to recruit them. Otherwise, that will be it for this episode. Next time we are hopefully going to try and engage a couple of Rohan enemies in battle, and I'm going to have to slay 20 of them. I think I've killed 0. That's not very good, is it? Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.